So today we're going to talk about multiplication with money word problems, but these are going to be multi-step problems. It's not going to be $2.50 three times. You're going to be unpacking what you're doing and doing several steps and different layers. So I want to start this out by talking about good strategies for solving math word problems. So number one, is this question. After you read a math word problem, I want you to ask yourself, what do I know from what I just read? What do I know? What do you think the most important things to pay attention to first in a math word problem might be? Possibly. What do you think? Okay.
How much money the person has.
Okay. Those are all good things. Yep.
What you start with.
Yep. Those are all good things. Can we do a math problem without numbers?
No. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. In 5th grade math, are we going to be doing 5th grade math without numbers? No. So if you're asking yourself, what do I know? I want you to look at the numbers. The numbers are going to be placed number one to stop. We can't do math without numbers. And if it's a math test or a math worksheet or a math problem solving activity, you're going to have to pay attention to what those numbers are. Sometimes people like to circle the numbers as a strategy. You don't have to, but sometimes if there's a whole lot of different things going on in the problem, circling the numbers can help you keep from missing something. We're about to do problems with several steps. So ask yourself, what do I know? And look to the numbers first. And if you need that extra help with problem solving, you can circle the numbers as you're reading it the first time and go back to your circles. Then we're going to ask ourselves this next question. What do I want to know? Not the answer. Not necessarily. Where do you think we're going to look to figure out in a math word problem what you want to know?
If you're adding, dividing, multiplying.
Okay. Yep.
The question.
The question is going to tell you straight out what you want to know. We want to look at the question. It's usually the last thing they throw into that rambling paragraph of math problem. We're going to look at the question. Now, some kids I've worked with in the past like to underline the question so they pay close attention to what they're supposed to do. You don't have to underline the question, but if you're having trouble with a problem, put on the brakes and try doing these strategies. What do I know? What do I want to know? And there's one last thing, and it's the most important thing that you have to do. You've got to ask yourself, what's my math plan? This is when you start thinking about operations. You've got to choose your operations. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. You're going to have to work out the steps. And you really need to, I think some of you guys learned this on the last test. Watch out for estimating problems because those are really tricky the last time. So you need to really make sure you take a step back and come up with your plan, because a lot of you guys, the last module test, you started working out what you were supposed to do really fast, but you never took a step back and said, what do I want to know? Oh, about how many? If if you had stopped for a second to come up with a plan, it would have worked out differently.